The Girl Who Wrote with the Wind. English Story Level 3. In the quiet village of Ambier, people often saw Greya sitting on the hillside with papers scattered around her. She loved writing more than anything else, but no matter how hard she tried, her words never felt alive. She wanted her stories to move like rivers, to breathe like forests, to dance like music, but they always felt still and empty. One breezy afternoon, while struggling to finish a paragraph, Greya suddenly felt a sharp gust of wind sweep past her. Her papers flew everywhere, spinning high into the air. Annoyed, she chased after them, but the wind twisted and folded the pages gently, almost playfully, as if inviting her to follow. The wind carried her papers into the Whispering Hills, a place known for strange sounds. Villagers avoided it, but Greya ran straight through, determined to retrieve her writing. When she reached the top of the tallest hill, she found her papers floating gently in a circle, held up by a soft whirlwind of silver dust. A glowing figure emerged from the swirl, shaped like a young woman made of wind and shimmering light. Her hair flowed like summer breezes, and her voice rustled like leaves. She introduced herself as Aeryllis, spirit of the wind's words. She had been watching Greya write, waiting for the moment when the girl's desire for living stories became strong enough to reach her. Aeryllis explained that words carried pieces of the world within them. The reason Greya's stories fell flat was because she didn't yet know how to listen to the wind, the earth, the people, and even her own heart. She invited Greya to learn the language of the wind, a way of writing that captured movement, emotion, and life. Greya accepted with excitement and fear. Aeryllis lifted her hand, and a trail of wind spiraled around them. It carried scents from distant valleys, voices of travelers, and echoes of forgotten songs. Each breeze brushed against Greya's skin like a new idea waiting to be shaped. She spent the night wandering through the hills with Aeryllis, learning how wind changed direction when carrying joy, how it softened when filled with sorrow, and how it roared when protecting the weak. Every current felt like a story waiting to be told. Greya wrote quickly, her hands racing to keep up with the wind's whispers. As dawn approached, Aeryllis took Greya to the highest peak. The wind gathered around them, forming a spiraling column of shimmering light. Aeryllis said the wind had chosen Greya as its writer, the one who would share its tales with the human world. She handed Greya a quill carved from a feather of pure wind, a feather that glowed faintly with shifting colors. With the quill in her hand, Greya wrote her first true story. The words flowed like waves, carrying emotions that felt alive on the page. When she finished, the wind lifted her writing high into the air, scattering copies of it like seeds across the land. By the time Greya returned home, her story had already traveled farther than she'd ever had. People in nearby towns began reading the mysterious tale carried to them by the breeze. They felt the wind in every sentence, the world in every line. Greya became known as the girl whose stories breathed. But she never forgot Aeryllis or the Whispering Hills, and every time she felt unsure, she listened to the wind because she knew it was still telling her new stories, one breeze at a time.